people's reaction to the most popular movie on Netflix, 365 Days. It is certain that people are really into the new Polish movie 365 DNI or 365 Days that has been recently released on Netflix on June 7th. The movie is an adaptation of the first novel in an erotic book trilogy by Polish author Blanka Lipinska. Recently, 365 Days held strong as it became the most watched film on the streaming platform after debuting on the site. However, the movie revolves around two characters. Massimo, who is played by Michelle Marone, is the leader of a deadly mafia gang, and Laura, an ordinary sales head who is not so happy with her life. They cross paths when Massimo sets his eyes on her at a beach one day and instantly falls in love. Being the bad boy that he is, he kidnaps Laura after she goes on a trip to Sicily to save her relationship with her boyfriend. And obviously, he derailed her plans. After holding her captive, he gives her 365 days to fall in love with him. Sounds a little horrific, right? Although reluctant at first, Laura later falls for him after many attempts to make her happy. Later did she know that falling in love with a mafia boss is a little bit more complicated than she thought it would be. Apart from the romance tale that the movie carries, it has made viewers all over the world blushing, thanks to its extremely graphic daring scenes. Many have already compared the film to the kinky classic 50 Shades of Grey, the best-selling paperback by E.L. James, which was adapted into a film starring Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan. Yet the scenes in that adaptation have come off rather tame in comparison to 365 Days. Some fans of the X-rated film said it was the hottest thing ever and made 50 Shades of Grey look PG. But critics have accused the creators of romanticizing a dangerous relationship between kidnapper and his victim. One person wrote, "Please remember that there's a huge difference between fantasy and reality. If you are a guy, please don't take any ideas." He continued, "No girl wants to be kidnapped and made to fall in love." Meanwhile, another viewer tweeted, "It romanticizes harassment, which is so messy, by the way. There's Stockholm Syndrome, which is a mental condition from which a victim falls in love with their abductor, and it should not be normalized." The Twitter user pleaded with her fellow viewers to stop comparing the Polish movie to 50 Shades of Grey, insisting that there are few parallels between the two other than the risque, daring scenes. Sure, the love scenes are great and very intimate, but all of those happen after a few sexual harassment and uncomfortable scenarios, she continued. I mean, stop comparing it to 50 Shades of Grey. Despite the criticism, the film has plenty of viewers feeling far from disappointed, and it has been also widely compared to E.L. James' 50 Shades of Grey franchise. One viewer tweeted, "50 Shades can't beat this movie at all. Massimo was a beast." Another fan wrote, "If anyone is 50 Shades fan, they need to watch 365 DNI." A third added, "Honestly, how Netflix approved that pornographic film called 365 DNI is beyond me. I made my own Netflix account just so I can watch 365 DNI without my family knowing," a fourth viewer joked. Fans continued saying, "All I'm saying is I'm waiting for a hot Italian mafia don to rescue me from this life." Ladies, watch 365 Days on Netflix, thank me later, and I thought 50 Shades of Grey was intense. 50 Shades of Grey is nothing compared to this movie. So the movie is having a quite large fan base as its popularity is spreading widely and fast around the world. As we can see, people had many opinions about it. As for a sure thing, having many opinions is a normal thing for a high viewing movie, as there are so many people and so many thoughts about it. But as we obviously know, people who like the movie are way larger by count than the people who didn't. So now, we can finally say that 365 Days is the new 50 Shades. But unfortunately for some people, they had no idea on what the movie was about. Or maybe they had no clue on what will be going on through the whole movie. Since the movie landed on Sunday, June 7th, many good reviews spread all over the media. It's all well and good to excitedly scramble to watch a film that you're hearing hype about. You might want to read up on it and watch the trailer before hitting play, especially when your family are in the room. It's a trap many have fallen into these past few weeks, with viewers across the globe recounting the spine-tingling awkwardness of settling down to watch the Polish erotica with their parents. Unlucky fans far and wide have been reporting the horror of flicking on the film with their parents or siblings present. Watching 365 DNI with my little sister is probably one of the most uncomfortable things I have ever done. I will always watch trailers from now on, wrote one scarred victim. Why am I watching 365 Days with my mom? Tweeted another, crying emoji tagged on. If you thought watching normal people with your parents was awkward, definitely don't watch 365 DNI with them, wisely added another viewer. Guys, we feel you, but at least now you've learned your lesson. Variety interviewed the movie cinematographer Bartek Sierlicza to see how it was for the two co-stars during the filming of the movie. We created the most intimate atmosphere we could for the actors, the director of the photography said. We reduced the on-set crew to an absolute minimum. As it was handled, I was following their action and trying to show their passion in a natural but beautiful way. We wanted this daring scene to be pretty authentic. We wanted the viewer to hear their whispers and wanted to show the sweat and passion. Be natural, authentic, but not to cross the border of pornography. He later added, we didn't want to create porn, but at the same time we wanted to do justice to the book that is pretty full of very intimate and passionate descriptions. If Sierlicza's intention was not to make 365 DNI feel too pornographic, then according to Twitter, he definitely failed. Thousands of viewers have compared the movie of either softcore porn or just regular porn. For example, one wrote, if you want to watch daring scenes but you think you are too classy for it, then just watch 365 DNI on Netflix instead. It's like an Italian 50 Shades of Grey. Part of the reason why the movie feels so graphic is due to the chemistry between its leads. A Twitter user mentioned when they wrote, the most realistic daring scenes I've seen in a film, ever. Both actors connected on another level. So now, we all know that the movie is based on a novel, but did you know that it has two other books in the same series? So yes, there were odds on doing a part 2 of the movie. The second book in the trilogy, entitled Ten Cien, which means this day, was released in 2018 and introduces a few new characters, including Massimo's twin brother, Adriano. Unlike his sibling, Adriano studies in the UK and continues to reside there, having seemingly walked away from the family business. As viewers already know, 365 Days ends on Laura disappearing in a tunnel when she was heading back with her friend after trying on her wedding dress. The final scene was showing a police car blocking the underpass entrance of the tunnel. However, it seems Laura has not been killed, and the second movie will begin with Massimo finding out about her pregnancy. Wow, that seems to be very exciting to wait for. We hope that the second movie will bring back the same hype and energy just like the first one. After finding out about the trilogy, fans were happily shocked. With that, of course, comes a huge wave of tweets from them. One of the fans tweeted, I'm low-key excited for 365 DNI sequel. The second one continued, 365 Days. For me, is not that bad, but for other people, maybe it's a bad movie. I can't wait for a sequel. Please, Netflix, hurry up with it. Another one also said, finished 365 Days and I'm already waiting for a sequel. According to reports, the second novel ends with Laura being shot and Massimo having to decide whether to save the love of his life or their baby. We hope that it will be the romantic story fans are hoping for. However, 365 Days has made a huge popularity for both actors, as the two main movie stars had an enormous increase of followers on their social media platforms since dropping the movie on Netflix. Especially for Michel Morrone, as all of the media platforms describe him as the tall, dark, handsome Italian mafia gangster that all the girls and women are dying to see. Well, we can't deny that he did make the movie more exciting to watch, especially when fans knew he is currently single, or actually divorced, previously married to a Lebanese fashion designer who he had 2 boys from. The movie keeps getting huge popularity more and more these days. We surely hope all the best for the actors in future projects. As for our case, we definitely love the movie. We took it as a romantic love story that fate has brought together, and we surely expect the sequel will have the same excitement as the first one did.